வணக்கம். தீபாவளி நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள் in advance. இன்னைக்கு from Kaveri Hospital, I am Dr. Narayamurthy, Senior Consultant Plastic Surgeon. I am very happy to interact with all of you to not only to wish you all a very lovely Deepavali, but I want to share our experience in how to make sure that Diwali is done in a very safe way and to the greatest possible enjoyment. So in the occasion, as you know, Diwali is a festival of lights, sound, and also smoke. So in the Moonme, they are great thrillers, and therefore we have enjoyed all these three things, and together they make Diwali great. And morning and night, the combination of all these things actually keeps us all very busy, and it's a very thrilling experience once in a year. But இன்னைக்கு நாங்க என்ன பேச போறோம்னா, we have a very expert panel of doctors. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி சவுண்ட்னால ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் வரலாம், மூச்சுல இந்த புகைனால ப்ராப்ளம் வரலாம், இல்லைன்னா தீனால ப்ராப்ளம் வரலாம். ஸோ இட்ஸ் a festival of fire, sound and smoke, and we are going to share with you how to make sure Deepavali will be very safe, and in the event of something happening, what you should do immediately and how to take care of it so that you don't get into major trouble. So I am Dr. Narayamurthy, I am a plastic surgeon. I will be talking to you later on what you can do to be safe when you are dealing with fire and also with smoke. We have other experts. I'll ask them to introduce themselves. They're all experts in various fields, and I'll ask Neeraj to start off.
Hi, I am Dr. Neeraj Joshi. I am an ENT head and neck surgeon. Happy Deepavali and safe Deepavali for all of you. We'll be discussing more about safety tips on how to prevent any problem coming while playing with crackers or smoke or the deepam, whatever we light in our house, from coming our ear side, nose side, throat side, every side. Same way, we have our Madam Dr. Senior Dr. Deepika, she will be the expert panel over here. Madam.
Hello, Vanakkam. Very happy to be here and wishing you all a very happy and safe Diwali. As Dr. Neeraj said, first we'll talk about preventive aspects and then the first aid aspects. I'd like to introduce our senior pulmonologist.
I'm Dr. Anantha Subramanian, consultant pulmonologist. Wish you all a very happy and a safe Diwali. I'll be discussing about the problems occurring with the respiratory point of view in the lungs, especially for the patients who are already having chronic lung diseases, and from the COVID point of view as well.
So let me start off saying how to be careful right from the beginning. As you know, Diwali starts from early morning. So early morning starts with a lot of fireworks, a lot of sound, and as children, as you know that we have great pride in lighting a very big bomb and then running away. So you have to be careful in all these things. Normally, what happens at this stage is people fall off, they have small injuries, or don't have fireworks in your hand. As a plastic surgeon, I have seen very bad injuries to the hand with the cracker bursts. So please avoid all those things. Make sure that if you're bursting crackers, you have to maintain safe distance. I don't have to tell you now. Corona itself had to make you had to observe safe distance with people. But I think definitely for crackers, if you are bursting very large crackers with a lot of sound, which may also produce a lot of explosion, be very careful not to hold them in the hands. So this is very important. Second thing is, if you still do have to hold them, don't hold the bigger ones. Smaller ones are okay. In the event something happens to your hand, what I found is the best thing is to come to the doctor immediately. Normally I find even with small injuries, the people who had injuries on the day of the Diwali, they postpone for about 5 to 7 days. Normally some of these injuries, they don't seem big initially, and therefore you neglect them on the first 2 to 4 days, and by the time you come to us on the 5th day, it becomes very, very bad. So the first thing is get first aid. Make sure you prevent the injury. Please maintain at least with the help of uduvati or something when you're bursting crackers in the morning. Then you make sure that if you have small injuries, you can actually wash your hand or any part which is injured with a lot of water. So that is very important. Then don't delay treatment.
Like last year, I had a patient who was going on his motorcycle, and suddenly one cracker came and boom near the ear. He went home. He had some noise squeak coming in the ear. He had some mild itchiness. In the house, their mother, their family told, "Hey, put some oil in the ear, put some water in the ear, put these drops I have at home." And then he came to us. So please don't do such things which will cause trouble. Now, the cracker noise will cause a hole in the eardrum. The cracker noise will cause hearing loss. The cracker noise may cause multiple troubles in the ear. If you instill something in the ear, now there is something called fresh margins. They will not get connected if you put the drops. They all get inverted. If you don't put anything in the ear and just come to a doctor anywhere near your house in any ENT, they'll give you some simple medications, you'll be fine. Please don't put anything in the ear in case you have some noise or something. While driving bikes or at home, please plug your ears with some cotton or some ear plugs. And while taking bath, like they take some oil bath or other bath during this Deepavali times. So please see to it nothing goes in the ear. Just play safe with the ears first of all. Okay. Coming to the nose part, Madam will speak.
As Doctor said, Diwali is a festival of light, noise, and smoke. Dr. Neeraj Joshi has spoken about the noise part, how to prevent noise related ear injury, and also how to take the first aid when that happens. Coming to the smoke, it's a smoke that has this Diwali, these crackers have a lot of chemicals. Chemicals like lead, chemicals like chromium, chemicals, other chemicals which are actually banned now. And now these are the things that create a lot of allergy, injury to the tissues in the nose and the sinuses. And what happens is invariably you will get a lot of running nose, and it sometimes some people it becomes all right on its own. But in case it doesn't become all right within 2 to 3 days, it is better you immediately consult your doctor and take adequate medication and precautions. At home, what you should do is, in case you are exposed to a lot of smoke, take some just plain gentle steaming, clear your nose, gargle your throat with a little warm salt water, the general whatever your grandmothers and mothers have been telling. Usually you don't tend to like to listen to them, but in this case it is better you actually listen to them and do that. Another thing is now there is this concept of green crackers, which has less amount of lead, chromium and all these banned. If you can get your hands on them, if you really want to burst, I think that is another option that you can try. And I'll pass on to Dr.
So bursting the crackers, I mean, we are used to it from since childhood. Even I used to do it from childhood. Even still, I'm doing it, of course. From the respiratory point of view, how the lungs will get affected and things like that. For that, while bursting the crackers, already patients who are already having chronic lung diseases like asthma, and especially asthma, COPD, or some allergic bronchitis, as Madam said, or upper respiratory symptoms, severe allergic symptoms. If this smoke that they inhale, they are more prone for developing acute symptoms like wheezing, shortness of breath, and everything. So these kind of patients, they need to avoid this kind of smoke exposure because there's no other go. Otherwise, they're going to develop worsening symptoms, and they'll end up in an emergency situation like that, requiring admission, ICU care, etc. Especially for the COPD patients. And from the asthma point of view and COPD, they need to have the rescue inhalers at their hand at all times. This Diwali smoke and this pollution is going to be there for at least say 2 to 3 days. I think every year and we are noticing it. This pollution is going to cover the atmosphere, which is going to extend for maybe 2 3 days. And this pollution is going to be exposing the people. I mean, they're going to have a lot of respiratory symptoms and worsening cough and everything. So they need to use the regular medications as well, and also keep your rescue medications at all times. And of course, you need to use safety precautions like wearing the mask. Of course, while bursting the crackers, you can wear the mask. It's not going to create a problem, and that will, in a way, at least there will be some benefit towards it.
So again, as the day progresses, we all tend to have puja. This is another time of the day when we get involved with some serious troubles. As you know, during the puja we actually wear all new clothes, and with the new clothes now being very fanciful, they can be made of silk and jerry, but a lot of them also now buy this very fancy nylon and artificial fiber materials. So they are very, very risky. So be careful with very flowing clothes. It is very fashionable, especially among girl children, to wear these new clothes with a lot of flowing things in a frock. But during the puja, I find that a lot of them are there during the velakku, during the lamps, and unfortunately, these things can get caught and they can catch fire. So it is very important that you should avoid these free flowing frocks. Even ladies, the pattu that the pallu which goes around, or even the sari at the bottom, should be very carefully seen, and make sure that there are no lamps on the floor. And the other thing is, you also find lamps in other places of the puja room. We have had people burnt very severely with either burns of this artificial or newly decorated frocks and new clothes, and even some pattu sari. So be very careful. Preferably during that particular time, make sure that during puja time wear some cotton clothes which are very safe. And maybe after all these things are done, you can go and wear the new fancy clothes. So this is very important. Off late, we have seen a lot of burns coming because of this new nylon dress. They look very pretty, but you have to be very careful because they're not safe at all. So this is after the morning, and then most of the time after this, then you come to the evening phase, where it is a combination of light and sound. And this is again a very important area when you have to be very, very safe. Lot of crackers, and I also find people, because of lack of space nowadays, we find people are all on the roads, the middle of the road. So this is very important. One, you have to be socially be very responsible to make sure that the other road users are not either they're not troubled, or they get into trouble. So be very careful, especially when you're bursting the crackers in the middle of the road. Be very considerate to the cyclist or some car going through. I have seen people just falling off, and nowhere related to the Deepavali. The poor fellow sustains an injury having fallen down from a bike or a cycle. So these things you have to be very, very careful.
Coming to, there are people who really have sinus issues. They have sinusitis, allergy problems, they have sneezings, they have headaches due to sinuses. With this smokes, water comes from the crackers, they make it more worse. You will literally feel like, oh my god, again I'm having the stuffy, congested nose, headache, sneezing again. You see, you can't prevent people from bursting crackers or even that point of time. So definitely the smoke will be there in the air. So it's better that either you wear a mask or you take some anti-allergy antihistamines. They'll really help you to prevent the allergy part at least. You can do some plain steam inhalation. Okay, they'll really help you to clean your nasal passages and keep the area very moist. This smoke will make the nose mucosa very, very dry. The dryness sometimes leads to nasal bleeding. So it's better to use some nasal spray as well to keep it moist, to keep it wet. Everybody has a nasal cleaning mechanism in the nose itself. So the spray will help us out, steam will help us out. Take some basic anti-allergy medicines, whatever you take, just on the next 2 days for Diwali. They'll really help you to prevent some allergy or bad sinus attacks or other things. Madam?
Yes. Dr. Neeraj Joshi was speaking about sinus, and you've also spoken about the ears. Let me just digress a little bit, though it is not ENT. Let me also say a small word about the eyes. So sometimes these crackers also, these sparks can also get into the eye and cause a lot of injury to the eye, especially the cornea, and that can get into some blindness also. So also, in addition to the ENT, since we don't have an ophthalmologist here, I'd like to add also wear protective eyewear, so that your eyes are also, everything is vital organ, so you have to protect your eyes. What is your opinion on using air purifiers, doctor, for
Yeah.
during this time with people who have severe problems?
Yeah, air purifiers, they can be kept inside the home, only in certain rooms, and it covers a certain square feet or something like that, beyond which it's of no benefit or something. So air purifiers at home is going to be beneficial for for patients who are already having lung problems, who are on home oxygen already. They will be dependent on oxygen. They cannot take off the oxygen. For them, the air purifier will be beneficial because it takes out at least the smoke out of the room or something if it comes inside, and that would be definitely a useful thing. And depends on the cost of the air purifiers are very expensive. So the best thing is to avoid, isolate yourself from those places, close your room doors. For those patients who are on oxygen dependent or having chronic lung diseases. So there was another question: is it completely safe, for this year to avoid fireworks this year because of the COVID-19 situation? There was a question. So during this pandemic situation, especially this what is going on in our country, and especially the cases have been coming down, but still the numbers are high in certain areas. What can be done is we're going to have large family gatherings, especially during this festive season. So during this time, many of them will be asymptomatic carriers. They don't know they'll be having symptoms. They might be spreading the infection to other people. So we have to make sure, and ensure that we maintain social distancing, because that is the only solution we have right now. And since the advent of the vaccine is not anywhere nearby, and use of mask and everything, and also bursting fireworks, whether it will cause COVID-19, the smoke. Yes, the aerosol is going to spread. It is going to stay along with the smoke. And if an asymptomatic carrier, he coughs, he develops symptoms, he's going to cough when the smoke after he inhales or something. So when he coughs, it is going to spread to the person next to him. So easily the chain, goes on and carries on, and definitely. So I cannot decide whether it is completely safe to avoid fireworks. It is up to the government and other tribunals and stuff like that.
So now we saw how to prevent so far. So prevention is the most important thing. Now the most important thing now is how to manage in the event of something happens to you. So here I always like to say a very important thing which you have to keep in mind. The first treatment is the best treatment. So what do I mean by that? We always find that people go and do all sorts of things before they come to us. Just like what Neeraj said, putting some oil into the ear or something like that. Similarly, we find during the first day, people will put all sorts of things into the wound, right? So if you have a burns to the hand, or burns to the body, or burns to the face, it is common sort of practice to put ink, to put toothpaste, to put anything, right? So this is where you have to make sure that you don't put anything. You put just water which is available in plenty, and wash it out. So this is the first step. And the second thing which I want to tell you is the best time is to do the best thing to be done the first time, which means you should really go and see the person who's an expert. See, nowadays medicine is very advanced and very, very specialized. So don't think anything is small, because whatever may look as small, it's we don't know what is the actual extent. So the first time, make sure you go to the fellow who deals with it properly. And when you're looking at burns, make sure that you go to the specialist so that he gets you there. He gets you the best treatment the first time. So don't delay. And if you have a problem, you come to the expert so that he can look at it first. Now, coming to some specifics, because I think it's important that we share some of the knowledge on very specific injuries. So let us again, as I said, these things can happen because of sound, because of light, because of smoke. I will stick myself to some of my things which I come across during Deepavali, and these are predominantly because of burns. The burns is because of two things. One is because of the high dry burn, which actually because of the heat, the flame. The second thing is also because the hot smoke. So these are the two things we come across. The heat directly on the body. So the commonest part which we encounter is the hands and the face, and sometimes the leg. And if it is too big, as I said, if the clothing catches fire, then we also have to deal with very major burns. So this is not a joke. So please be very careful to make sure that you prevent. But these are three important areas which you have to be very careful: eyes and the face, hands, and the rest of the body. And you know how they happen. So if you have injuries to the face, again, nicely wash them and make sure that the eyes are not involved. If you have injuries to the hand, make sure that you get the right expert advice right from the first day. We have had people where the hand burns, had people who have had severe injuries where the thumb was actually shattered. Don't worry about the damage it has caused. We can make sure that you are rehabilitated to the most. The burns can have short-term effects and also long-term effects. So it is important that you deal with the whole process. So burns is not just a one-off aspect. We may have to do procedures to restore your fingers or your hand, or we may have to deal with and struggle and also fight together between you and me with the scars which may develop. So this is an ongoing process, and please make sure that this is done at the right time. In case when the hands are completely shattered or legs are shattered, don't despair. We have the expertise and the technology to make sure that we will be rehabilitated as much as possible. So hands can be, we have a child who actually had his thumb burst off. We actually took his big toe and we restored the thumb. And he's actually back to doing computer work. So don't worry, be safe. In the event something happens, make sure you sit down and then think what you don't just rush into something which can be dangerous. Make sure that you sit down, think about it, and come to the right place, and we'll take care of it.
Well, we had a question from Mr. Aditya that aren't crackers safe that don't produce noise or don't produce smoke? So are they safe to burst? Basically, damage may happen from noise also, from smoke also, or from light also. So cracker bursting has become more of a habit and a tradition than actually understanding the meaning. Why do we do that? Now the climate is so bad, I still think it's better not to burst any crackers. That will be my personal advice. And the next question was like, will this crackers or Diwali or the smoke will cause more of migraine or headache to patients? Yes. Now migraine comes due to some trigger points. Okay, it may come from any food what you eat, or any light what you see, or any noise what you hear. So people who are susceptible or sensitive to those things will definitely have migraine. Yes. So better keep medicines handy, so that in case you are exposed to such things, that you have something in your hand to stop the migraine attacks becoming more bad. Yes.
Okay. So regarding the preventive aspects of it, when you have acoustic trauma, there is a loud cracker burst. So there are two types of acute acoustic trauma. That is, there's an acute injury that can occur. Either the damage can occur to the eardrum, which sometimes there is a hole that occurs in the eardrum. So in that case, you should not use any drops or any kind of water or oil for your eardrum. You should not put anything, because what happens when that acute acoustic trauma occurs is there's a injury and there's a clot formation. This clot formation is very important for the self-healing of the eardrum and repair. The other thing that can happen is the cochlea, the hair cells can get damaged because of the acute acoustic trauma. That is a little difficult. Sometimes it does come back on its own. That is when you have a ringing sensation, and it can come back on its own, but sometimes it doesn't. So it's always better to have prevention taken. But sometimes you are part of a bypasser, as you said, somebody is driving and something happens. So in that case, immediately seek attention. Don't go the next day. Try to reach to the hospital as soon as possible, as it is possible for you.
So there was another question: will a three-layer mask be protective from the firecrackers, or from the smoke coming from the firecrackers? So I don't think, because the parts per million from the smoke coming from the firecrackers is going to be very high, and three-layer mask won't be protective. It can be beneficial, to an extent, but it won't be completely safe. So you can wear a three-layer mask and then you can burst a firecracker nearby, because you're going to stay very close to the firecrackers bursting. So the smoke coming directly is going to affect all your eyes, ears, nose, and everything. You're going to inhale. And also, if you're wearing a three-layer mask, also it's not going to completely, avoid. You cannot completely avoid the smoke coming from the firecrackers.
Now, like coming to the point, like patients may have something like the smoke when they inhale. They may have a dry throat, a sticky throat, foreign body feeling, something like that. And in this COVID pandemic, people may start thinking that, oh my God, is it due to corona? Sometimes smoke will cause allergy. Yes, they may cause excessive mucus or phlegm production in the throat. People will shout, they'll outcry due to some maybe due to cracker burst or something, or they may have some party festival shouting. They'll cause change of voice. They'll cause them voice issues during this problem. So try to do some steam inhalation. That'll really help you out. And if the smoke is causing you problems, steam will really help. Just one basic anti-allergy medicines really help you out a lot in this thing. So this will be really a good idea to save yourself from the all the aspects of whatever our experts have told you. And sir wants to add something more.
The one more thing, see, we talked about at what stage of the day you may have different injuries, and what kind of injuries, the positive agents like sound or the heat, we said. Then we said what can happen if you are not careful, why you should come and take medical advice early. The most important thing also is what you should not do, right? Very important. So what are the things you should not do? There are certain things which are ingrained in everybody, right? So supposing we are all been told that if you have a burn, you wrap him up in a blanket or something. So please don't do that, because it's going to make the burn much worse. So one, you will never find a blanket nearby. Second thing, the other option is to pour water. As the first thing in a burn is to cool it. So please pour water and then cool it off. So the other thing you should not do is be very careful. As I said, we have a lot of elders in the family who will also be walking around. You will have people with no sensation in the feet, people who may be diabetic with peripheral neuropathy with no sensation, and make sure that a lot of this, you will find that the matchstick which has just been used, or the sparklers which has been used, or so many of these things, the ground chakra, all these things are at the floor. And we also find a lot of people coming to us with burns to the feet. This is because they are walking across in the house and they step on this, and inadvertently these things all be thrown all over the place. So this is another thing which we come across with the burns to the sole of the feet. They may not be very many, but people who have, they come up with a very serious problem. So this is something. Be clean. Make sure you are responsible, and at least make sure that you don't throw these things in all over the place. Be considerate to the elders, especially the diabetic patients. So this is very important thing. And the last one which I'd like to highlight is never stop calling for help. So if you are in trouble, always just phone up, and then we'll be there to help you, or come to the hospital immediately, and we'll take care. So these are the things which I like to really highlight during Diwali. And the other thing is never be afraid of major injuries. The technology can restore most things. The reason I'm saying this is burn injuries can be massive. Burn injuries can be very traumatic. Burn injuries can be very disabling, and it requires prevention. But in the event you have, don't despair, because they can be very nicely be reconstructed and rehabilitated to almost back to your normal self. So be safe, but don't be scared.
So we have a question for Dr. Neeraj. Are there any safety measures for infants from about 2 years old during Diwali when noise and air pollution is very high? Any safety measures can be done for infants?
Safety measures are required for everyone, not only for infants. And it's better to keep them indoors than bringing them outdoors. And in this COVID pandemic, it's much safer to avoid any kids or children bringing out, especially who are really very small. And safety measures like you have to don't give any medications, or don't please overload them with some, like he told to give some vitamins, he told to give me some medicines to prevent this medicine. Don't take any medicines for preventive causes. If they have some sort of cough and cold type, just ask your pediatrician, take some basic anti-allergy medicines, and nothing more than that. Keep them indoors, safe. Don't let them come out, come watch this cracker, watch this thing. Please stop all those things. Keep them indoors as much as possible. That will be more safer for them actually. There's a way to go, sir. You want to add anything else, madam?
I really don't know. I think using air purifiers probably is also an option. and for small children as well, especially with people who are having, those who are prone, especially children who are prone to upper and lower respiratory. We have the technology. Other than that, I think you've covered most of it.
Thank you. We again wish you all a great Diwali. Stay safe and don't hesitate to ask for help. Thank you.
Thank you very much from all of the team of us. Wish you a very, very happy and prosperous Deepavali.
Thank you very much. Wish you all a happy and safe Diwali.
Wishing you, your family, a very happy, safe Diwali.